Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny and Shaq. Moments away, it'll be the
Pacers look to take charge, and we're going to bring it to you here from Indianapolis, Indiana. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from D.A. along the sideline all game long. Well, it was the Indiana Pacers in their last game, a loss to the Wizards.
Yeah, they were just pounded on the inside, particularly on that backboard. That was a huge disadvantage for them.
No size or real force down there to keep the opposition from getting rebounds and easy putbacks. They have to be more physical and get dirty down there.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Jimmy Butler is out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Rondo in at the 5. And with some time here tonight, we'll explore a question that's been a hot topic for a while now in the NBA. Steve, do you feel the NBA should do something to prevent a heck of whoever strategy that can slow down, bog down these games?
You know, I don't want to take it away. If you're a bad free throw shooter and you're playing, you got to use the rule. But I think the rule has to come where it's not slowing down the game. I think, well, you get to a certain number, 2 shots and the ball. I think that'll change the way teams play the heck of whoever.
It's not pleasing to watch. I get the strategy. I appreciate the strategy. But visually, it's tough to watch.
It is. But some of these guys, you got to get in the gym and start knocking down some free throws. Start working on it.
Good point. Now here's Gibson. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Just 4 to shoot. Ejected by Young. They retain possession. And again, Chicago. No good. Teague the pass to George. Turner with a screen on Rondo. Outside, George kicks it to Young. Dishes to Teague. Indiana needs to get a shot off. George, no good. The Bulls have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Butler against George. Butler, no good.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Turner with a screen for George. Teague dishes to Young. Here's Turner. Lays it up and banks it in. Turner's got his second basket.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
They just talked that one up to a little miscommunication. I'm sure they'll get on the same page.
Now here's Wade. He had 16 points in the win against Brooklyn.
Boy, was he physical. I mean, in that game, just drawing a lot of contact and getting himself to the line over and over.
Butler. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Wonderful work from Butler. He has a variety of ways to score the ball inside the paint.
Teague kicks to Turner. And Gibson sends it back. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for Indiana.
It seems like they found a nice middle ground here. There's some long range, some inside the arc. That kind of offensive versatility makes it really tough for a team to defend.
Here's Rondo. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Lopez outside. Butler against George. Lopez. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Well, for the Pacers last season, they trade Roy Hibbert to the Los Angeles Lakers. David West took far less money. Greg to leave town. You worried about their front court, that it would be in shambles?
Yeah, and instead, rookie Miles Turner showed himself to be a steal as a shot-blocking, perimeter shooting big, and it was a best-case scenario. If they could build on that, I think they have a chance to be one of the contenders in that Eastern Conference.
And he sinks the second. And with Chicago and the Bulls, it seems that no matter what the current team does, they'll always be playing in the shadow of his airness, Michael Jordan.
Tough act to follow when you talk about the Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls. Every great player that Bulls have, they get compared to Michael Jordan. That's just not fair.
George, no good.
The thing about setting screens, you have to be willing to sacrifice your body. It can't be half-hearted.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And you look at Jeff Teague, an all-star in 2015, but he's not in that superstar category yet. What does he need to do to get to that level?
You know, it's not one thing. I mean, Teague is good, not great in a lot of areas, and I think he's solidified his place as a starting caliber point guard. I think with his athleticism, he could be an even better defender, which I think is an emphasis here with the Pacers.
Free throw, good. Teague.
And as you would expect from the way he plays, Teague is a terrific free throw shooter.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And with the emergence of Dennis Schroeder as a viable starting point guard in Atlanta, the stage was set for Jeff Teague to be traded elsewhere.
Yeah, and Teague is a player who rightfully drew a lot of interest around the league. An athletic slasher and dangerous pick-and-roll operator. You knew he'd land on his feet.
Here's Rondo following the score by Indiana. Lopez outside. Butler passes to Lopez. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That is his first foul of the game. Lopez a screen. Wade outside. Clock at 6. With the shot.
Teague anticipated every move on that play and was right there to meet him each step of the way. Great defense.
Pass to Turner. Robinson against Wade. Outside Robinson. From deep. Offensive rebound. Young dishes to George. Back to Young. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Bulls. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And no doubt in my mind, the overriding factor in that game was their huge edge on the backboard.
When you look at the stats, they just really set out to control the edge on the glass, and they did just that.
And they pick up 2. 6 points for Miles Turner.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
George against Butler. Paul George with the steal. outside Teague. Here's Turner, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Bulls trail by 8. Now Rondo. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Lopez kicks to Wade. Stolen by Robinson. To the middle. Gibson with the steal. Wade with it. Robinson picks him up. The fader. And that one hits back iron.
Right idea, but just too much heat on him defensively, even with the fadeaway.
Lopez over to help. Turner passes to George. It's Young on the wing. 5 on the clock. Pulls it up. The shot by George, no good.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset. You know, even though he's been off the mark this quarter, he's trying not to let it shake his confidence.
Now, here is Robinson, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And one of the more aggressive teams in the league this past offseason, looking to adjust their roster, the Indiana Pacers. I mean, the trade for Jeff Teague, another for Thaddeus Young, the signing of Al Jefferson. It's going to be interesting to see how all these new players gel in Nate McMillan's system.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Jefferson's checked in for Miles Turner. C.J. Miles comes in for George. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Glenn Robinson III. And Brooks subbed in for Jeff Teague. Now here's Brooks. He dishes it to Miles. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. And Jeff Teague of Atlanta, and now of Indiana, more of a playmaking point guard. That's something the Pacers have lacked for a long time, Gio.
Yeah, and he's a guy who looks to push the ball aggressively in transition, and that's something, as you mentioned, the Pacers have been trying to do. Thaddeus Young, another player who fits that mold. Jefferson, more of a half court, but I think he gives them a nice option there with that second unit.
Here's Cannon after Al Jefferson score. Shot to stop the drought, and the shot falls short this time.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
To the middle, and finished off by Mirotic.
Mirotic is looking to throw it down when he's near the rim. He can get up quickly.
Pacers leading by 10. Now the feed to Jefferson. Carter Williams against Brooks. Shot from 12, and it comes off the front of the rim. Indiana's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Now we have a moment to see the best rebounding teams in the league. Number 1, the Bulls.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the ranking.
Bulls trail by 10. Now here's Carter Williams. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change.
The defense is pretty much helpless once he finds breathing room to get to the basket.
For Indiana, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Stuckey with it. On the wing, Brooks. Clock at 6. Young, a screen on Carter Williams. Here's Brooks. Chicago grabs the miss. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
And the previous meeting was a win for them and a huge day for the bench. The reserves really stepped it up with their scoring.
Getting good production from the reserves on a daily basis is a key ingredient to any team's success.
And the foul goes on Isaiah Cannon. That is his first foul of the game. Stuckey dishes to Young. No good that time. And it's Chicago the other way.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Passes it to Mirotic. 8 feet away. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
The long arms of Mirotic. When he's got a good chance to shoot down inside, he's always going to take it.
Screen by Young. Brooks kicks to Stuckey. And it's blocked by Mirotic. And they get it back. And for Thaddeus Young, extremely effective last season after signing a 4-year, $50 million contract. Definitely made an effort to earn that money.
And for a guy who didn't operate much out of the post, he still took high percentage shots. You saw the hustle, his ability to rack up steals, the improved rebounding. He moves his feet well enough to play the 3 and worked on his strength enough to where he can also play the 4.
That free throw, no good. Steve, you were such a terrific three-point shooter in your day back in that 2001-2002 season. You led the league, in fact, in three-point percentage. You and I were having a conversation about great three-point shooters a little while ago. Did you ever think that shot would make the mark in the league that it has now made with the Currys and the Klay Thompsons and the way they're firing from distance?
You know what, Kevin, I shot it well that year. Tim Duncan, give him a lot of credit, and David Robinson. They drew a lot of double teams. But they're not shooting a 3-ball right now. I shot right around that line. These guys are shooting so far out, still with a high percentage and with a lot of volume. It's unbelievable what these guys are doing now with the 3-ball.
Would you play differently now with the league the way it is now than you did when you played the game?
Yeah, I'd be a stretch 4.
Yeah,
I mean, you start to look at
right.
it, probably wouldn't be playing a point guard position, probably be a stretch 4.
Here's Jefferson. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Jefferson's got his second basket of the night.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Cannon. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. That's tipped.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Pacers leading by 9. Brooks, the pass to Stuckey. Screen by Young. Stuckey with it. Now guarded by Mirotic and stolen by Mirotic. He kicks it to Carter Williams. Carter Williams with another miss. Indiana's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Stuckey against Carter Williams. Brooks outside. Screen by Jefferson. Off the pick. Brooks with the bucket. And the Pacers lead by 11.
Not the best pick I've ever seen, but it was just enough to get the job done.
Carter Williams against Brooks. They set the screen from deep three-point range. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Pacers lead by 11. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And a guy who seems to improve every...
It's crazy because I never thought that anybody would be preparing to guard me night in and night out. But they do. I have to learn to cope with that and still find a way to be successful on both ends of the floor. And it's a learning curve for me also, but I'm figuring it out.
And hard to doubt the dedication of Jimmy Butler. He's found a way to overcome obstacles at each important point along the way.
You know, he's a self-made player. And if Butler can stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And quite a position here for the Pacers to be in. What do you guys think?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
And they really are just giving them no breathing room out there. They have completely flustered them and set the pace of this game in their favor.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Indiana, they've got Paul George, Al Jefferson out there with C.J. Miles. Then it's Robinson, and it's Teague in at the point guard position. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it was controversial in Chicago, but the Bulls hired Fred Hoiberg to replace Tom Thibodeau. Hoiberg played for a decade in the NBA, and at Iowa State, he was the fastest coach in school history to reach 100 wins. In Chicago, guys, it seems he's loosened the reins a bit, giving the players a little more leeway to shoot with confidence and air it out offensively.
The players have responded. Thanks, David.
The Bulls last year with a surprisingly disappointing season. They missed the playoffs for the first time since 2008, ended up 9th in the East, one spot out of the playoffs.
The Pacers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws,
Gentlemen,
81% as a team.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And although the Bulls were able to finish above 500 with a 42-40 record, Steve, fans were hoping to see that team challenge for the East title in the playoffs.
A big problem for the Bulls was the rest of the East and their own division drastically improved as well. The Bulls were a team that just couldn't get it going last season.
Good on the second free throw. Quarter number 2, we're about a minute in. And here's Rondo, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Feeds to Wade. Jefferson with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Outside Teague. Outside Robinson. The dish to Jefferson. Lopez with the steal. And a chance now to review the shot chart.
Well, you have to give him credit because he's done everything he can to help contribute, but it doesn't appear to be in the cards for him tonight. A lot of strange releases, and he just isn't the same efficient scorer that we're used to seeing.
We've seen so many former players who are now coaches in the NBA and players that, Steve, you played against. Do you ever think that they'd be coaches when you faced off against them as you were playing them?
Yeah, some of those guys, for sure, like a Jason Kidd, I say he's going to make a great coach one day. You just knew it was in his blood. Now you get a chance to see Steve Kerr, T. Lue, Tyronn Lue's one of those guys. He's going to make a good coach, and they're doing it right now and having a lot of success.
Kevin McHale, to me, was the thinking man's player, was a terrific coach. He did both, but he lost the job at Houston, which shocked so many people.
You know, I thought he did a fantastic job. And one thing you love about Kevin McHale, he also was a general manager, then got a chance to come to the coaching role. He just has a basketball mind. He loves the game.
Here's Rondo. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 4 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
A moment here to see the stats. Been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for Al Jefferson. Indiana leading by 15. Now T. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Wizards in Washington. Deep 2 from Robinson. Misses off the right iron.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
On that play, you gotta trust your teammates. Instead of forcing that one, just pass it. He's always one step ahead of the game. Passes like that show off his court vision.
T kicks to Turner, fades away. Indiana again missing. Bulls trail by 13. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Lopez outside. Passed away. He hits that shot, his first of the night, now 1 for 6.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Teague dishes to Miles. Outside, George. Back to Miles. Rondo against Teague. Miles. And out the basket, he was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
The reason why, he has such a great touch. You got to have that shot inside with the big guys.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Smitty, you've hit a lot of clutch shots in your career. What is it that allows certain players to remain cool and collected when their shot can decide the outcome of a game?
You know, a lot of guys talk about it. You can't let the game speed you up. And you can see some young guys and some veterans, they catch the basketball in their mind, they're starting to go faster. Really, on clutch shot, you really have to make the game slow down.
Well, there was a concern that in the post-Thibodeau era, the Bulls defense would see a sharp decline, but they still played rugged, tough defense.
Well, if you have great individual defenders, you're still going to be a good defensive team. Yes, we talked about Tibbs and the Bulls era. It was all about defense. This team is able to do both.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Teague? 7th in assists. And he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
Here's Lopez. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the pass to Wade. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Up top, Miles, defended by Gibson. George with no one around. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Exactly what he's trying to do. Take an opponent that's struggling to keep pace and just put them further in the rearview mirror.
Now here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Wade. And it's Wade again missing.
Honestly, I don't know how they cut into that lead with him missing so many shots.
T kicks to Robinson. Here's Turner. Can't hit that one. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Dishes it to Wade. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Wade's got his second bucket.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
T kicks to Turner. Indiana moving it around. On the wing, George, defended by Butler. Teague for 3. He can't get that one to fall. Rondo with some nice D. Gibson passes to Rondo. Lopez outside. Here's Wade. The Pacers pull it in. Turner's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And there's Paul George on the assist from Miles. George has got 5 points so far. Bulls trail by 17. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Outside Butler. From downtown, it's rebounded by Indiana.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
If his shots were just a little more on point tonight, they'd be holding a much bigger lead right now.
Now here's Rondo. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Butler kicks to Lopez.
And the Pacers really, for so long, kind of defined that old school plotting defensive-oriented team, and then they just flipped the script last season. I mean, completely reinventing themselves, playing much of that season with 4 perimeter players on the court and finding ways to be successful at doing it.
That free throw good from Lopez.
And for a center, Robin Lopez is definitely one of the better free throw shooters in the league.
Rodney Stuckey's checked in for the Pacers. Chicago also making some changes. McDermott's checked in for Gibson, and Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Rajon Rondo. That one misses. Pacers leading by 16. George dishes to Stuckey. Stolen by Wade. He feeds it to McDermott. Down low, Lopez. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. The Pacers making a switch here. Brooks checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Portis comes in for Butler, and it's Isaiah Cannon in for Dwayne Wade. That's good from Lopez. And the Pacers had great success in the past, but they just felt they couldn't score enough with the 2 big men clogging up the middle.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is that even going smaller, they were still a top 5 defensive team. They found some big men who can shoot from the perimeter now, and what you like is that they have flexibility in terms of their style of play.
What I like there, fantastic defensive rotation. Just suffocated him at the point of attack.
That'll go on McDermott. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Young's checked in for George. Pacers leading by 13. Brooks kicks to Turner. From 13. Rebound by the Bulls. Lopez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Carter-Williams, the pass to Lopez. Back to Carter-Williams. Lopez outside. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Miles Turner. Smitty is an NBA veteran. What were some of the things you missed the least about playing on the road?
Just trying to fill time. You know, after shoot around, you get finished around 12, and then sometimes the game is not until 7, so you don't have that much time. But those days off, everybody's at work, and you're just roaming around the city.
Yeah.
You got to really get close to your teammates, do some things like going to the movies, having dinner, and basically getting your rest.
Routine's a big deal, isn't it?
It is, and obviously the one good thing you can do is get into the weight room and work on your body on the off time and give your body some rest.
The Pacers making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. Lopez hits them both.
Fred Hoiberg with the Bulls, still on his learning curve. Coming from the college game to the pro, he still has some adjustments to go.
Now here's Brooks. Jefferson, a screen on Carter-Williams. Here's Brooks. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's going to be on Michael Carter-Williams.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
The Pacers have gone 6 of 9 at the line.
Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Mirotic is checked in for Chicago. And both free throws good for Brooks. And with the Bulls, there's been a sense of disconnect between the front office and the coaching staff. We've read about it, we've heard about it, and the fans and the players, throw them into the mix too for quite some time. Steve, the stigma just hasn't gone away.
Something that would clear up everything if the Bulls could get back to just winning. The teams start to slide. There's a lot of finger pointing, and that's been going on in Chicago.
And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, he has to get his offense moving again. It hasn't been bad, but it could be much better.
Now here's Carter Williams. Here's Portis. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Portis has got his first 2 points.
Not the best pick I've ever seen, but it was just enough to get the job done.
Stuckey outside. Outside for Jefferson. Screen by Young. Clock at 6. Miles dishes to Stuckey. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Bulls trail by 11. Carter Williams with it to the inside. And Cannon gets it to go.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Stuckey outside. Kicks it to Young. Pass to Jefferson. Boliner inside. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far.
And this is what happens when you are having a tremendous offensive game. They are getting great looks and knocking down shots all over the floor. I don't think we're going to see them deviate from this approach from here on out. They've got the recipe for success.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Al Jefferson. Here's Carter Williams. Here's Cannon. Passes it to Portis. McDermott kicks to Portis. Mirotic the screen. 6 on the shot clock. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
And checking out the numbers for Young. Really been a key contributor over the past month. Averaging 13 points per game, 7 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
Now, here is Young. 11 points for him in that last game against Washington.
And it just wasn't about the offense. I mean, he was racking up the steals and taking advantage of some sloppy play by the opponent.
And Chicago has possession following the score by Indiana. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
And you can see it. He knew he made a mistake the second the ball left his hands.
Pacers leading by 13. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know Jimmy Butler made a big bet on himself back in 2014. He turned down the Bulls' 4-year, $44 million contract extension offer. It paid off. After a breakthrough season, he signed a new contract, a max deal for 5 years and $95 million. Instead of his decision, I was nervous. I'm not going to lie to you. But everything I put myself through, I knew what I was capable of.
He's come a long way, David. Thank you. They get it back. Portis battles through traffic and lays it in.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
And you can see one team is working hard on the glass and the other not. Bobby Portis, the Arkansas product, I just love his game. What he does best, he's very physical, but he has the ability to step out with a finesse game to knock down some jump shots. The way he threw that pass with such ease on the run, that was a thing of beauty.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
He dishes it to McDermott. Mirotic the screen. Carter Williams against Brooks. From the arc. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D Right now, let's check out the teams with the best free throw percentage. Second, the Pacers. Fourth, the Bulls.
Both teams really well served to be very aggressive attacking the rim because of how well they shoot the ball at the free throw line.
1:14 left in the first half, and Miles kicks to Young. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Inside, here's Jefferson, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And Portis has shown flashes of just how good he can be in a short time in the NBA, has the potential to be Steve, like a do-it-all power forward, and how he can shoot, move, and he creates for others.
When you watch him, his body size, you say power forward. He'll be down in the paint. He loves to do that, but he has the ability, like you say, off the dribble and to create for himself, and he can knock down the jump shot.
Now here's McDermott. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. There's the pick, and Cannon gets it to go.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
You know, that job of getting through screen is not pretty, but somebody has to do it.
Here's Young. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. McDermott passes to Carter Williams. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
First trip to the line for him here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he makes the first. Carter Williams hits them both. Pacers leading by 15. Brooks outside. 13 feet away. It's deflected, and he recovers it. Jefferson's shot is off.
The defender took away the airspace, crowded him. That changed the shot.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Mirotic is so good at using his size to draw contact. When he's in the paint, it's a good idea to feed him the ball.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
He's knocked down 3/4 of his foul shots this season, so he's right around 75%.
Two shots.
No good on the free throw.
Mirotic, a big man with range for days. His skill set fits in well with this team.
And he sinks the second. Outside Teague. Just 3 on the clock. The shot missing.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
That kind of tier defense is crucial to any team's success. Gotta defend the paint.
And the first half is now in the books. Indiana out in front, leading by 14. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Dwayne, you know this team very well. How are they playing in the first half?
Oh, they're playing a good game. You know, they came out and made adjustments. So, you know, it's our job now to go in the locker room, see what they made the adjustment and come out and make it. You know, we're going to continue to play it in.
It's always those second half adjustments that tell the story. Thanks, Dwayne. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to review the first half of action. The first half was all about Al Jefferson. He had 16 points, 2 steals, and 4 rebounds. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
Well, the bench came in and helped them run away with this one. Tremendous job of getting loose, getting open, and drilling shots. You always want that spark off the bench, and these guys delivered.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
A flyover of downtown gives you a great perspective of our location as we welcome you back to Indianapolis. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. What can you say? Al Jefferson, an impressive effort here today.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
Just awesome on-court awareness, knowing when to take it to the hole as well as dish it out. That's why he is such a crucial member to this team.
Taking a look at the Bulls, we've got Robin Lopez. Jimmy Butler is out there with Taj Gibson. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Wade in at the 2-guard spot. Now, here is Robinson following the miss by Taj Gibson. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Lopez with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Thaddeus Young.
Love Rondo down there on the block. Nice move to catch the D off guard.
Well, after the Bulls said goodbye to Derrick Rose, you knew they were going to be in the market for a point guard. And Rajon Rondo stepped right in, and although not a direct replacement for what Rose brings, still a very strong signing. They could have done a lot worse when it comes to filling in that lead guard role.
First free throw is good. And for Rajon Rondo, he showed GA that he was still an elite playmaker in his one-year stop in Sacramento. He felt that Chicago, now with Dwayne Wade, was the perfect fit for him.
And Rondo wasted no time when he got to Chicago. It was apparently a big part of the recruiting effort that landed the team Wade. I mean, a lot of changes for the Bulls, but overall, you have to say with Rondo and Wade as their new backcourt, they're in a great spot.
And Rajon Rondo, really one of the purest point guards over the last decade when you're talking about assists. I mean, he's a guy with the ball in his hands is very effective at making decisions for the offense, dictating pace. And when he plays off the ball, especially as a spot-up shooter, that's when problems can arise, but he knows how to move without the ball and always seems to find himself in the right place at the right time.
Here's Lopez. Paul George making his last shot. And here's Wade. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Lopez.
You love the way Robin Lopez just goes after those missed shots. That's where he can do damage.
Now here's Teague. 6 points for him. Here's Turner. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And for Rondo, somewhat of a resurgence last season, gained back much of the confidence he had lost after his tumultuous time in Dallas.
Yeah, I felt like Rondo felt appreciated last year, and there's no substitute for having the support of your team. This is a proud individual, and we're talking about a big-time gamer.
And that one falls for Turner. Both free throws good from Turner. And an impressive rookie season for Miles Turner, Greg. A bit of a slow start after requiring thumb surgery, but once he got out on the floor, he gave signs that he can be the Pacers' pivot of the future.
A millennial big man.
Yes.
Really, he's got the shot blocking and the ability to shoot it deep. Those kinds of players are really rare. Big-time upside. They did very well for themselves with that number 11 pick.
Young, and Gibson sends it back.
Gibson is in there to get dirty on defense. His shot blocking is exceptional. Can't be careless around him.
Lopez outside. The feed to Wade. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And with that miss, shooting only 20% coming out of the break. Ouch.
And George kicks to Turner. Yep, it counts. Turner's got 4 points in the quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
I love his mindset on that drive, Jimmy Butler. No one wants to get in his way when he's on the attack.
Now here's Teague. 6 points for him. He kicks it to George. Turner with the screen. Puts up a three. Rajon Rondo with the rebound. Rondo's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Wade outside. Back to Rondo. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Lopez sets a screen for Rondo. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
And Rondo with the tough contested jumper. Stay focused on that one.
Outside Teague. It's George on the wing. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Teague. Turner with the screen.
Lopez can be such a thorn in your side with his defensive presence.
Teague can't hit. Rondo dishes to Butler. And it's sent back by George.
Out of bounds.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And Fred Hoiberg wants a timeout.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Turner. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. He's getting around 16 points a game, almost 3 blocks and 7 rebounds. And on both ends of the floor, he's a guy they look for to take up space inside.
Here's Gibson. A rebound by Young.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Feeds it to George. That doesn't go either for George. Bulls trail by 12. Wade outside. There's the dish to Lopez. Turner with the steal. And it's Turner finishing it off.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Here's Butler following the score by Indiana. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Butler. Lopez has got 13.
Every so often, Robin Lopez will find his groove and become a big factor on offense, like tonight.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's Wade. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. Rondo passes to Lopez. 6 to shoot. 14 feet away. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good work defensively by Turner. From deep, George drains it from beyond the arc. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
There it is. Just lined it up and knocked it down. His first 3 of the half, second of the game.
Now Rondo. Lopez outside. Pass to Wade. 14 feet away. Connects. The jumper drops. He's got 6.
And Dwayne Wade will do work on you from the mid-range if you let him.
Down low. And Young with the stop.
He'll never be the most intimidating guy at his position, but he'll surprise you with his leaping ability.
Rondo against Teague. Lopez kicks to Rondo. Gibson with the screen on Teague. Here's Rondo. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Now here's Teague. He's got 6. Outside Robinson. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Bulls. Rondo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lopez outside. Here's Gibson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Taj Gibson is one of those players that's just always in the right place at the right time, never plays outside himself on either end. He just gives you effort every time out.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Gibson, you like that he can play as a starter or come off the bench. He's effective in both. He's comfortable in either role, as he's done both, Steve, for extended periods of time.
Because his mindset, whether starting or coming off the bench, is to play with energy, effort, and to defend. So any role, starter or off the bench, he thrives.
And both free throws good from Gibson. And last season, Taj Gibson dealing with his name being on the trading block for a good portion of the time. Steve, seemed like it was finally his chance to break out and put up big numbers too.
Well, you see Taj Gibson's ability to play above the rim. Defensively, he is solid. You were waiting for his offensive game to catch up to everything. He's not there yet, but he's one of those guys that's a terrific contributor on the team, and you got to have him.
Here's Cannon after the made shot from Jeff Teague. Gibson the screen. Here's Butler. And it comes off the front of the rim.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Now let's check out and highlight the best defenses in the NBA. Number 5, the Bulls.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
First one falls for him. Jefferson's checked in for the Pacers. Chicago also making some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Gibson. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Jimmy Butler. And so Stuckey nails both of them.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Carter Williams dishes to McDermott. The pass to Portis. McDermott with it. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Cannon kicks to Carter Williams. And again, no good by Chicago.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
And if you're the defense, you probably should sag off him right now because he's not knocking down anything.
Here's McDermott, and a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in.
McDermott makes shooting look so easy. It's like second nature to him.
Pacers leading by 15. Teague the pass to Stuckey. Inside. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Doug McDermott.
Shooting for Indiana, C.J. Miles. At the line for 2.
And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. Bulls trail by 16. Dishes it to Cannon. It's Portis atop the key. Here's McDermott taking a look at his stats. He's averaging around 9.5 points a game. 5 on the clock. Here's Carter Williams. No good off the back of the rim.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
No, not at all. When you see him guarding you, just try to move the basketball on.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
Mirotic is a hustler out there. He takes pride in staying active on the glass.
Teague kicks to Turner. Here's Cannon. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in.
Assisted.
Carter Williams has got 4 assists in the game. Stolen. All by himself. Here's Cannon. And another shot. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Chicago making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. And that one misses.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And Teague has it in the corner. Screen by Jefferson. Teague dishes to Jefferson. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And Gibson sends it back. Jefferson's shot is off.
See, that's a good look from within his range. You know he's kicking himself for missing it.
Carter Williams kicks to Gibson. Here's Cannon. He's guarded by Stuckey. Pass to Mirotic. Shot clock at 6. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Look how assured Mirotic is, pulling the trigger immediately.
Takes it from 10. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Stuckey's got 4 points this quarter.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
I'm with you. I didn't think he'd get that one off in time, but his shot is so quick. He did.
Here's Cannon. He has 6. He feeds it to Carter Williams. It's Chicago with another bucket.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Stuckey outside. Teague sets a screen for Stuckey. Right side Jefferson. Gibson with the steal. To the paint. Here's Mirotic. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. And now it's only a 5-point Pacer lead. Indiana's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Carter Williams against Teague. Can't hit from the elbow. The Bulls shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Cannon kicks to Mirotic. From 12 feet out. It's rebounded by Indiana. Jefferson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Stuckey outside. 26 seconds left to play in the third.
Oh my! He's just getting nasty on him now, fella.
You know, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out the really slick moves. And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Gibson the screen. Carter Williams the pass to Cannon. That 3 off the mark. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Pacers lead by 7. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Fred Hoiberg in a recent huddle with his players.
Keep our pace on offense, right? Keep pushing the ball, keep getting out and running. They're going to pressure. They're going to continue to pick up the pressure.
And Fred Hoiberg, moments ago in that huddle, wanting to keep that offense dynamic. He plays up the tempo role. That's something that's important for him. Loves pace. But they're facing some stiff resistance guys here.
Hey, listen, this is a war. Both sides working hard to try and capture that momentum in this contest.
Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Young and Turner up front. Teague out there with Robinson. And it's George in at the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Now here's Teague. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Wade outside. Kicks to Rondo. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Lets it fly from 18.
The defense knows he loves that in-between area and closed out fast.
And here's George. Outside Teague. Here's Turner. That one wide left.
And surprisingly couldn't connect. That's a high percentage a look as he's going to get.
Rondo dishes to Lopez. Teague kicks to Robinson. Teague a screen on Wade. Here's Robinson. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Passes it to Butler. Lopez a screen. Wade has the open look. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists now tonight.
Hey, it's not what he's known for, but every so often Wade does pull up from deep.
Turner with a screen on Butler. And George kicks to Robinson. He got right to the cup using that screen.
Not the best pick I've ever seen, but it was just enough to get the job done.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Outside Rondo. Fires from 14. Lopez with the bucket.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Pacers leading by 4. Now Teague. Screen by Young. Left side George. From beyond the arc. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
All about converting your opportunities. He just hit his second 3 of this half. 3rd of the night.
And now here Here comes Teague leading the break. Fires from deep. And George hits again from deep. And now it's a 10-point Indiana lead.
Talking about heating up. At halftime, he had just one made from beyond the arc, but he's drained 3 more since.
They set the screen. Lopez passes to Butler. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And for Jimmy Butler, for a player with his skill set, he sure heard his name floated around a lot in the rumor mill, Steve. Interesting to see a team want to trade someone with his talent.
Yeah, you do, because of some of the disagreements he's had with his coaching staff. But, you know, bottom line, Jimmy Butler is an all-star, a guy that's one of the best two-way players in his game. You're not going to trade him for just nothing, so I don't see him going anywhere.
And so Butler nails both of them.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
Now, here is Young. Outside, George. And Indiana, another 3.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Rondo dishes to Lopez. Butler on the wing, defended by George. Butler kicks to Lopez. Unloads from 13. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter.
And it's rare to see that, but Lopez shows some confidence knocking down the mid-range jumper.
Teague against Rondo. Teague kicks to George. And again, it's Indiana converting.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Bulls trail by 11. Wade outside. Here's Butler. And it's sent back by George. Now here's Teague. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Rajon Rondo.
And last season, Paul George getting back to the All-Star game. I mean, well documented, going through that awful compound fracture in his leg, and said that that All-Star appearance was the most meaningful one of his career, and one of my favorite players and people in our game. It's just really great to see him back and playing at such a high level.
And he can't get the first one. And the Pacers asking George to play more power forward last season. He was a little apprehensive, I think, Greg, initially, especially coming off that injury.
Yeah, and he ended up mostly guarding on the wing. They let C.J. Miles do the dirty work on the block, but the extra space afforded by their spread out attack allowed him to flourish at the offensive end.
And he sinks the second. Bulls trail by 12. Outside Rondo. Lopez a screen. Rondo against Teague. The shot by Wade. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got 4 assists in the game.
Really smoking the Nets now after a difficult time shooting in the first half.
Now here's Teague. George double teamed. Indiana moving it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Robinson for 3. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Bulls trail by 10. Mirotic with it. Unable to get that one. Good defensive work there by Young.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Shooting for Indiana, Glenn Robinson, the third. At the line for 2.
And that one falls for Robinson. And he makes both free throws. Bulls trail by 12. Rondo kicks to Wade. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Pacers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. The shot by George, no good. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Indiana leading by 12. He dishes it to Robinson. The offensive rebound, Turner. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Shooting for Indiana, Miles Turner. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Turner.
See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit, getting to the foul line here in the second half.
Outside Rondo. And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Mirotic.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
The feed to Wade. He kicks to Lopez. To the paint. Young with the steal. Butler against George. And Young kicks to Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Teague for 3. The shot, no good. Rondo with some nice D.
He just can't get it cranked up from beyond the arc. No threes in this half after just hitting 1 in the first.
Wade kicks to Lopez. Feeds it to Butler. And it's Paul George with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mirotic. Rondo kicks to Butler. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Butler's got it back down to within single digits for the Bulls. Young outside. The dish to George. And Gibson sends it back. Butler against George. To the inside. Here's Gibson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Thaddeus Young.
Jimmy Butler is known for his offensive now, but he was initially known for his D. Still a great defender in this league, was named to the second team all-defense in 2016.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And for Butler, Steve, his defense is something that he takes pride in. Hard to beat him in isolations on the perimeter.
The reason why Jimmy Butler has incredible blend of length and quickness. It's impossible at times to get around him on the drive. He's very active, and he slides his feet extremely well.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
You know, throughout his career, Taj Gibson has proven to be a valuable role player. Pretty good on both ends of the floor. Can do a little bit of everything.
Teague the pass to Turner. Young dishes to Robinson. Rondo with the steal. From 20 feet out. He can't hit that time. So Indiana will take it the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Butler against George. And Turner kicks to T. Screened by Young. Tipped away. It's stolen by Wade. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And once again off the mark by Indiana. Bulls trail by 9. Pass to Rondo. Lopez outside. And the pass to Wade. A shot that time, not on target. Some solid defense from Robinson. In the corner, George with it to end the drought. That doesn't go either for George. Bulls have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Rondo kicks to Lopez. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 7th assist here tonight. Dishes it to Young. Pass to George. Young sets a screen for George. He tries for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. George has got 24.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Chicago calls timeout. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys. Well, Fred Hoiberg was talking to his team during the timeout. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole, and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Thanks, David. Ejected by Young, but he stays with it. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by T. He feeds it to Young. T kicks to Young. Left side, George. And it's George again missing.
I like that shot for him, though. Very little defensive pressure. He typically rises up and buries that.
Wade for 3. It's Wade again missing.
Low percentage shot from long range. Terrible decision, especially when you still have a chance to win this.
Just dialed in from the three-point line in this fourth quarter.
I mean, these are daggers. When you start hitting threes in the fourth quarter, it really deflates the other team.
Now, here's Wade. Butler from outside. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Young's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And George, here we go. That's short off the rim. Bulls trail by 13. Butler dishes to Wade. Outside Rondo. Kicks to Butler. Baseline try. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Pacers leading by 11.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Pacers.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And maybe it goes without saying, but they had no answer for George.
Tonight, guys, he caught what we call that rhythm. He was hearing that DJ he likes playing a perfect tempo, and it translated into an incredible offensive performance.
Young against Gibson. Young passes to Turner. Outside, George. Clock Pocket 4, inside. Here's Young. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
You like to have these type of wins every now and then, just a comfortable win.
And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Chicago with the ball. They trail by 11. Carter Williams can't get it to go.
Well, no one's scoring off that screen. That was terrible.
Mirajic grabs the miss. Passes it to Cannon. Over to the left wing.
Once he realized who was on him, he confidently went straight up and sunk that easy look.
So it's Indiana picking up the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. And now time to send it over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the post-game show.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, seen here. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George. What a beast he was in the final period. Got into the kind of shooting rhythm that can basically end a game. In fact, it effectively did.
The first word that comes to mind for Paul George is complete. He's a complete basketball player on both ends of the court. Defensively, offensively, he drives the train for both.
Well, he came to rescue the team tonight, Ernie. Things were getting desperate for him, and the consecutive losses kept mounting. But he put them on his back, and he responded exactly the way he needed to.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. The long line at the buffet, though.
Yeah. Shout out to the T-Poles, man.
Oh,
yes. I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.